Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a haul from scrapbook.com. I recently purchased a bunch of stuff. This is my second ever time purchasing from them because they are an American based scrapbook store. So shipping to Australia is pretty expensive to say the least. So if I'm going to buy anything from there, I try to boost up my cart a little bit so I'm not just buying one thing, and especially for my large item which is hidden under all of this stuff, I had to pay a more expensive shipping because it is a heavy item that you'll see in a second. So I just thought I would take you through what I received because I also received some freebies, and it's one thing about this store that does appeal to me massively, as I'm sure it does anybody, especially for any crafter, but any store that does this I'm a big fan of. They provide freebies, and it just baffles my mind that in Australia we have so many companies that don't provide freebies. Some of this stuff I'm sure is marked up quite a bit, and they've got an excess of product, I'm sure, across the board for most of the craft stores. It would just be something nice to your customers, especially when the online store or when the craft store itself doesn't offer a loyalty program, is just something that is really nice to do for your customers. So not that I've got any stores listening to me, but if you happen to come across this video, if you've got excess stock, give your customers some freebies because they will come back if there's freebies. With this order, because I'll get started into the haul, you get a pamphlet, and in the pamphlet there was a card, and this quote I think sums up my life drastically, because if you guys saw my paper collection, it would probably make you cry. Not that it is like super extreme, but there's a lot of paper in that collection. So this says, "I have too much scrapbook paper, said nobody ever." And when you turn it over, it tells you who packed your order. So I had Ashley pack my order to ship it to me, which was really, really nice. So the first freebie that I got, so scrapbook.com will do different promotions and different deals. So when I purchased, I was able to get 3 freebies. That's what was on offer. So the first one is this word die, and there's no picture on the back, but basically it says "fun in the sun," and you've got the individual letters that will sit into the shadow, and that says "fun in the sun" with the shadow layer as well. From Sizzix, I received this die. I'm sure that you'll be able to see the example there. That's the thing there, and then the rest of the dies are just under here. So you get this really cool hexagon honeycomb die. It's actually a really good size. And then you get all of these bees as well, which is really cute. And then the last freebie was a bunch of chipboard cutouts from 49 and Market, and it looks to be nautical beach themed. Here's some pictures here of what's included. So this should be nice for folios or scrapbooking pages and things like that. Now, to get into the things that I purchased, which some of the stuff you can see here, but ta-da! I'll talk about it in a minute. Let's get through the little stuff first. I've been wanting to try the scrapbook.com mint tape, so I added this to my cart as well because it is highly talked about, and I'm getting into some mixed media products. So for example, the distress spritzers, and I've got some paste as well. So I thought this could come in handy when I use those products with stencils, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. I love Lawn Fawn. It's probably one of my most favorite companies in regards to their designs, but also the fact that they've got the coordinating dies, and anything that has a coordinating die I'm a huge fan of. So there's a few things that I've been looking for that they don't sell in Australia. I can't find any stockers that actually have the products. So there's this one here which says "You're stinking cute." Then we have this one, "You Colour My World." I saw Bethadilly did a few cards, and I'll link it below if I can find it, using this die, and this stamp and die, and I really liked it. I think for school cards and stuff like that, it will be used a lot in this household. And then the last set that I got was this one here, and I think that this one was like one of their birthday ones, but I just like that it was a piñata and I can use it for any birthday card really. And then the last die is this congratulations die. I've been wanting this for ages, and I didn't realize it was from Lawn Fawn. The font is just so pretty, and that's what it looks like when you cut it out. Can't wait to use that one either. Then I got this was a pack, so you got the black and the white, and you get 15 sheets of their smooth mixed media paper, and it is really, really smooth, and I thought that this would be good to test out the spritzers on, because on black paper, the spritzers really seem to stand out. So that video is in the works, and that will be up hopefully sooner rather than later. But I got those, and then the last thing before the big thing is I finally invested in a magic mat. So I've wanted one of these for ages for my big shot. The last set of plates that I purchased were actually from Crafts Online, and they were the Universal Crafts plates, and I think that I got them on sale for like $10. I haven't even flipped them over. So these are the plates that I'm working with at the moment, but I've used these now for, I would say, almost a year, and I haven't flipped them. This is still my top plate, this is still my bottom plate, and they've worked really, really well. I've been really impressed with them, especially for the price point. But I did want to get the magic mat because I like the fact that it is self-healing and that it should last me for the rest of the time that I use my big shot. So I know a few of you guys have this already. I'd love to know your thoughts on it, if you find that it is super different from using the 2 cutting plate system, or whether or not you have had to add shims and stuff like that. So if you do have this, I'd love to hear your feedback. And the whole reason for my purchase was to get my hands on this. So clearly I already own a die cutting machine, but I don't have a big craft area, so space is limited, and trying to get my big shot out every time I need it just for a small die makes me not really want to craft that much. So I watched some reviews and I looked at the We Are Keepers Mini and the Gemini Minis as well, and I was leaning towards getting the We Are Keepers because, one, there was a pink one, but just because it's available here in Australia, and I thought that it would be good for the purposes that I want it for. However, once again, referring to Beth Adili, she did a review comparing both this new Spellbinders and also her We Are Keepers. And when you compare the plate sizes, the We Are Keepers is very small. And if all you've got is just these type of dies, I think it would be perfect. But the type of things that I want to be able to do at my desk quickly aren't necessarily that size. They're just a little bit wider. So for example, if I wanted to do something that's this long, or even maybe something that's this wide, I don't necessarily know that it would fit well based on the online reviews that I was watching. So when I saw this and I saw how big the cutting plates were, this really appealed to me, and I tried to find it in Australia, but it's not here. And whether it's not here because people don't have their stock in yet, or whether it's not here because trying to find Spellbinders anything in Australia is extremely hard. You can get their dies and their embossing folders and all that stuff really easy. When it comes to their actual products, unless you want to pay like triple the price, it's really hard to find them in Australia. And this colour is also exclusive to scrapbook.com. This is the one that I wanted, so my only choice was to get it from scrapbook.com, and here we are. So let's get into the unboxing. So for size comparison, this is the box, and just because I can, the box is roughly around 30 centimeters, 12 inches. Now let's bring in the actual machine so you can see the size comparison. Look how little it is. So this is how little it is. So if I get that ruler back out, it's measuring about 17 centimeters. So that's what it looks like in view. This is in comparison to that large die that I was talking to you about. And then included in the box was an Allen key and also one of these stoppers, which I think is for like maybe these rubber things. It's got a rubber thing here, a rubber thing here, but then it's also got this rubber thing here and here. Maybe one side's the front, one side's the back, because this side doesn't have those little stopper things. You get a registration piece of paper, and it says if you register you can get $5 off, and then the booklet for how it all works, which is really helpful because I've never owned anything Spellbinders before. So I know that with Spellbinders they've got many different shims and it works with a different operating system to the big shot. And then these were why I wanted to purchase it. These are really, really long, so you're going to be able to do this very easily, and also it is nice and wide. So some of those wider word dies that I have, yeah, I'm just really impressed with the size, the sturdiness, and the length. It's all a good selling point. You get these dies, so you get some flowers, leaves, and it says just a note. You get an embossing folder, which is nice. Then you get lots of shims. So you get this F, E, D. Their cutting plates are actually in pink, which I think is really cute. B and A. as you can tell, the sticker on mine is really is a bit sideways, which is a little bit disappointing. I know that it's just like aesthetics, but given how much you pay for this, I would expect it to be put on properly and not almost falling off the edge. I don't know how the longevity of that's going to be, but it's just a base plate, so it should be fine. And I know that scrapbook.com did also have coming up a magic mat for this machine, and it also had spare cutting plates if you needed them. And I'm hoping that Spellbinders do come out with more of these embossing folders, because I think for like things like thank you notes or even place setting cards, this is a great size because you can just run this through and then fold over the note card and you've got this lovely decoration on it. But that's what you get, and that's what I got in this haul. If there's anything that I've purchased that you'd like to see either a further review of, or you just want to see me use it in a video, please drop a comment down below. I'd be more than happy to do that for you guys. And as I said, I will have a video coming out shortly in regards to a craft online haul that I did where I received my distressed spritzers, and also I'll have a video coming out in regards to me using the distressed spritzers. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye guys.